feel free to start to come up. And I just, the Friday before she passed, she was working late that night, like she often does, and I needed this file of all the pictures of all the freshmen because we're putting their go-to card passes for the MCT buses and MTC buses. So she handed me this flash drive, said, here it is, and she said, make sure your daughter, because my daughter's a 9th grader this year, make sure your daughter's in there. So it was like, I realized that, she cared that attention to detail about everybody she worked with. I mean, it was like, your work is the most important thing, and I'm going to make sure it gets done right. And I really felt that, and I really got that from her, her commitment to everybody she worked with. So I just want to share that little story that that she made such a huge impact in so many ways. If there's others, feel free to come up if you want to share a little something, a little reflection, and then
Hi, I'm Dave Heisted, and for a period of time, Elizabeth worked in the Research Evaluation Assessment Department, and I was the benefactor of all her great wit, wisdom, and fantastic skills with the computer. But I thought I would just mention a little bit about how important the work she did was, not just to administrators like me, but every teacher in the classroom and to everybody who wanted to see students struggling really improve their outcomes for the future. At the time that Elizabeth started working in our REA department, there was this national campaign, called No Child Left Behind, and they set goals, like 100% of kids had to be above average. We used to call it the Lake Wobegon syndrome. Had to be above average. Well, some people were turning that kind of a standard into punishment for schools and teachers. So the information that was being published in papers was all about how terrible Minneapolis schools were because not everybody was above average and stuff. Well, a colleague of ours, Doug Marston, and I hope he says a few words too, sat down to build this system that would give teachers access to information, not only about what students had learned so far, but how much they were growing and how much, the teachers were providing extra oomph to their learning, and if kids were struggling, what you could do about it. And the people, the psychologists in the room, we call it RTI, response to intervention. But there's this whole thing about preventing kids from failing, preventing kids from getting into special education. And Elizabeth's work was at the heart of it. If you just see the triangle on the piece of paper that says these kids are going to get tier 2 and these are going to get 2, 3, it doesn't really come alive until you actually have a live data system that indicates the student's name, what kinds of work has been done with that individual student, and what we can do to improve their lives. So Elizabeth would get calls anytime, night or day, from me many times, I got to have this by tomorrow, but also from teachers saying, wouldn't it be cool if we had this on the website? And she had the kind of skills to be able to turn around an idea into a work of art on the computer in a very short period of time. So she was loved by so many teachers, administrators, and myself. And I miss many things about her. I thought I'd share just how important the work she did was for all of us. And it really moves us into the generation that we're at now with IT, that we have state-of-the-art. People in Los Angeles and Chicago, they see our little presentations on OCR and they say, wow, we spent $5 million on a system and they can't do that. So, anyways, I'm glad you guys could be here. I know how sad it is. It's so hard, but I want you to know not just how much we loved her, but how important it was.